என் பொண்ணோட லைஃப்ல மிகப்பெரிய டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட்னா இவளை நான் சிஎஸ்சில டாலி கோர்ஸ் படிக்க வச்சதான்.
எஸ், எங்க இன்டர்வியூ போனாலும் வேல்யூபிள் சர்டிபிகேட்ஸ் இருக்கான்னு கேட்பாங்க. ஆனா நான் சிஎஸ்சில ஜிஎஸ்டியோட டாலி படிச்சேன். அதான் ஈஸியா ஜாப் பிடிச்சேன்.
நீங்களும் சிஎஸ்சில ஜிஎஸ்டியோட டாலி கோர்ஸ் படிங்க, ஈஸியா ஜாப் பிடிங்க.
CSE, largest tally authorized institute.
Welcome back to Tiger Max channel. Today we are going to discuss about maxima and minima of a function of two variables. Already we studied maxima and minima in school level, isn't it? In one function of one variable, right? In school level, we studied the same concept maxima and minima of a function of only one variable. Consider y equal to f of x be a function in one variable x. Okay. For example, y equal to x square minus 2x plus 4 like that. Okay. Right. So it's a one variable function of a variable in x, single variable in x. Okay. Right. How to find the maximum and minimum of this function? By taking the derivative dy by dx and equate to 0, we can find out the points of x, x1 comma x2, etc. like this. Okay. Right. After equating dy by dx equal to 0, we can find out the points. These points are called stationary points. Okay. That means what? At these points, the function takes maximum or minimum, any one of the value that takes. Okay. Right. And then go to second order derivative d square by dx square, that is f double dash of x. Okay. This is f dash of x. Right. So finding d square by dx, that means second order derivative of f. Okay. That is f double dash of x. After find out f double dash of x, substituting these points one by one. If it is greater than 0, if it is a positive, then f is minimum. Minimum at x equal to x1, isn't it? Right? Suppose f double dash of x at the point x equal to x2 is negative, then what we conclude that f is maximum at the point x equal to x2. So, okay, so these are all steps to find the maxima or minima of a function in one variable. That is already we studied in school level. Okay, now we are going to study the same concept of maxima and minima for a function of two variables. Only the difference in the number of variables. Okay, here we use two variables, here we use only one variable, right? That's all. Now let us go to the concepts. Okay, right. First one, suppose consider a function in two variable f of x comma y be a function in two variables. Okay, right. Suppose f of, consider a point a comma b. Consider a point a comma b, right? Suppose f of a comma b is maximum. Suppose f of a comma b is maximum, then there exists a neighborhood of a comma b. There exists a neighborhood of a comma b such that f of a comma b is always greater than any point in the neighborhood a of the form a plus h comma b plus k. Okay, so this is the neighborhood of a comma b. So lots of points inside the neighborhood, right? So f takes value of all these points, isn't it? So, but the value taken by the f at the point a comma b, the value taken by the function f of x comma y at the point a comma b is always maximum for every point for all the point inside the neighborhood of a comma b. That's all, right? So same like that, f of a comma b is minimum, then the value of f of a comma b is less than f of a plus h comma b plus k. That is, the value of f at the point a comma b is always less than the f value of any point inside the neighborhood other than a comma b. That's all, right? That means f takes minimum value in that neighborhood. Okay, when comparing all the other points on the neighborhood. That's all. So these two are the simple basic definition for maximum and minimum of a function of two variable in x and y. Okay, right? Now let us go to now what we can say about extremum point. Right? What do you mean by extremum point? Extremum point means f takes either minimum value or maximum value at a comma b, then a comma b is called the point of extremum or extremum point. So if the point a comma b is an extremum point, then f takes either maximum or minimum at the point. That's all. Right? Next one. What are the necessary and sufficient condition for f is maximum or minimum? Right? First one, equating f of x at a comma b to 0 and fy of a comma b equal to 0 to find the stationary points. To find the stationary points. To find the stationary points, we need to equate fx of a comma b equal to 0 and fy of a comma b equal to 0. That means partial derivative of f with respect to x, here partial derivative of f with respect to y, to get the stationary points. What do you mean by stationary points? Consider the function f of x comma y. The graph of f of x comma y may be like this. Okay, right? So at all these points, fx of y or fy of y is equal to 0 because the tangent is horizontal to x-axis or maybe parallel to y-axis. Okay, dy by dou f by dou y equal to 0 means, right? Okay, right. So at all these points, the tangent to the curve is parallel to x-axis. So look here, these are all the stationary points. These are all the stationary points. Okay, how the stationary points differ from extremum point? Now let us show that. Right. So these are all the stationary point. Right. Okay, in the interval a comma b in x-axis. Okay, right. So these are all stationary points. Okay, obtained by equating f of x equal to 0 and f of y equal to 0. But overall, these are all the maximum point, and these three are minimum point, isn't it? These three are the minimum points. Okay, right. Okay. So among these three maximum points, right? Let us take this as m1, this as m2, and this as m3. Capital M. We use it. Capital M. Okay. Because of it is maximum point. M1, M2, M3. Okay. So these three are maximum values of this function in between the interval a comma b. These are all the stationary points. Okay. Let us take this be a1 comma b1, and this point be a2 comma b2, and this point may be a3 comma b3. Okay. So right. So these are all the stationary points. Among these three stationary points, these are all maximum points, isn't it? Among all these maximum, this is the overall maximum among m1, m2, m3. That is maximum of m1 comma m2 comma m3 is equal to what? Capital M3, isn't it? This is called the extremum point, extremum value, right? So this is called the extremum value, overall maximum among the maximum point. So this is called the point of extremum. So a3 comma b3 is the point of extremum. So extremum point. Okay, but these 2 points are not an extremum point. These 2 points are called stationary points. Therefore every every stationary points are extremum points. Sorry, every stationary points are extremum points. But, sorry, every extremum points, every extremum point is a stationary point. Right? Every extremum point is a stationary point, isn't it? Right? So these are all stationary points. A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, A4, B4, A5, B5, A6, B6. All these 6 points are called stationary points. But this is the only point is extremum point, because this is overall extremum, and this is the only, this point is also called extremum point because this point is the overall minimum among this interval. So this is the maximum of among the maximum point. This is the overall minimum. This is called the overall maximum. Okay, right? Simply we call it as this is the overall maximum point. This is called the overall minimum point. So these 2 points are called extremum points. Okay, right? So every extremum points are stationary points, but all stationary points are not extremum points. So stationary points does not imply extremum point. Why? Because all these 4 points, we call it as this is small m1, m2, m3. Okay, right? So what do you mean by small m, m1, m2, m3? This is the value of the function f of x comma y at the point a4 comma b4. That means f of a4 comma b4 is equal to, okay, that's all, right? So value of f at the point is m1, right? That's all. So among all these 6 stationary points, these 2 are only extremum points. Okay, right? So these 2 are only extremum points because this is the overall maximum, this is the overall minimum in between the interval a comma b. So all the other stationary points are not an extremum point, right? Okay, so that's why. So every stationary point is not an extremum point, but all extremum points is a stationary points. So that is the only difference between the extremum point and stationary point. E implies yes, but yes does not imply E. We can simply in alphabetic order, okay, yes comes after E. So E implies yes is correct one. Extremum point is always a stationary point, but a stationary point need not be an extremum point. Here these are all 4 points A1, B1, A2, B2, A3, B3, A4, B4 and A5, B5 are all stationary points but not an extremum point. Okay, that's all. Simply you have to note it. So right, now let us come to the concept. Fx equal to 0 by equating Fy of a b equal to 0, we can get these stationary points. Okay, so after find out the stationary point by equating these two equal to 0, now substituting this point into the given function f of x comma y, substitute each and every point into that function, we can get the value of m1, m2, m3, small m1, small m2, small m3. Right? From all these values, we can compare which is the maximum one. This is the maximum one. So this point a comma 3, a3 comma b3 is the maximum point. Okay, we call a3 comma b3 is called the maximum point, and the maximum value is m3. That means f of a3 comma b3. The value of the function at a3 comma b3 takes maximum, and the maximum value is obtained by substituting these points into the given function. You can find out the maximum value. Same like that, to find the minimum, f of a6 comma b6 is equal to what? Small m3. So this is called the overall minimum of the function f. So this is the maximum value of the function at the point a3 comma b3. This is the minimum value of the function at the point a6 comma b6. Okay, right? So before finding the value, we need to find out the stationary points. So how to find the stationary points? By equating fx equal to 0 and Fy equal to 0, we can get the stationary points. Okay, among the stationary points, substitute all the stationary points into the given function f of x comma y. We can find out the values by comparing all the values, which should be the maximum one, that is the maximum point. Or f takes minimum at which of the point, we need to find out that. Okay, right? So f takes minimum at some point. That point is called the point of minimum. Right? That's all. Now, first one. So this is the necessary condition. This is the necessary condition for maximum and minimum of a function of two variable. Now next one, f of a comma b is maximum if ac minus b square value is greater than 0 and a is less than 0. Okay, and a is less than 0 or b is less than 0. Okay, right? F of a comma b, if suppose f of a comma b is maximum if ac minus b square is greater than 0 and a is less than 0. What is a, b, c? Here, what is a? Second derivative of f double x of a comma b, we call it as a. F xy of a comma b is called as b, and f double y of a comma b is called as c. That's all. Right? So taking the second derivative and substitute that point. Taking the derivative of fx with respect to y partially, we can get the value of b. Similarly, taking double derivative of f with respect to y, you can get the value of c. Substitute all the values here. AC, find out AC minus b square. Suppose if it is greater than 0 and also satisfying this condition alone, this condition also, a is less than 0. So this value should be positive and a value should be negative. So then f is maximum. Suppose a is not negative 1, then b is negative. So any one of these two values should be negative 1. Right? Okay. So first condition satisfied by f of a comma b is AC minus b square is greater than 0. Then only we proceed to check the next step. Okay. Right? Second one. Second one. So f of a comma b, f of a comma b is minimum if the same AC minus b square value is positive and at the same time a is also positive or b is positive. So right, if both are positive, AC minus b square is positive and also a is positive, then f of a comma b is minimum. That means f of x comma is minimum at the point a comma b. Otherwise we call a comma b is the minimum point of the function f of x comma y. That's all. The third one. Suppose if the value AC minus b square is negative 1, then no need to check a is less than 0 or a is greater than 0. If it is less than 0, directly we conclude that f is neither maximum nor minimum at a comma b. That's all. So if the value of AC minus b square is negative, then f takes neither maximum nor minimum at the point a comma b. The last one, if the value of AC minus b square equal to 0, then inconclusive. That is, right? The test is inconclusive. Inconclusive. That means what? We can't get any conclusion if AC minus b square equal to 0. Simply we calculate this test shows no information about the maxima and minima. That means no information provided if the value of a square minus b square is equal to 0. That's all. So we focusing first two alone for maxima and minima of a function of two variables. Just you know about that if AC minus B square is less than 0, F takes neither maximum nor minimum at A comma B. Such points are called saddle points. SADDLE, saddle point. In graph, we can simply explain what is saddle point. Right? So all these points, listen here, all these points, F takes neither maximum nor minimum, isn't it? Neither takes maximum nor minimum, or these points, okay? These points, all these points, here this is the overall minimum, isn't it? So all these points, all the other points, F takes neither maximum nor minimum. Such points are called saddle points, okay? Right? That's all. So focusing the three concepts. If AC minus B square is equal to 0, the test shows no information about the maxima and minima. That's all. So these are all simple concepts, okay? And using this one, we can find out the maxima and minima of a function of two variable, okay? Now let us go to the problem based on these concepts, okay? First one, what are the results we find out? First one, f of a comma b is maximum when AC minus b square is greater than 0 and a is less than 0, isn't it? Second one, f of a comma b is minimum if AC minus b square is greater than 0 and a is also greater than 0. The third one, f of the third one, AC minus b square is less than 0, right? The third one, if AC minus b square value is negative, then f a comma b is a saddle point. F is neither maximum nor minimum. Okay, that's all. Right. So based on these concepts, now let us go to finding the maximum and minimum for a given function. Right. First one. Find the extremum values of the function f of x comma y equal to x cube plus y cube minus 3x minus 12y plus 20. Okay. Solution. Solution. Right. So what is the given function? F of x comma, or we can simply call this f x cube plus y cube minus 3x minus 12y plus 20. Now I am going to find out fx and fy and equal to 0. The second one, finding a. What is a? F double x. This. What is b? F xy. What is c? F double y. Isn't it? So now I am going to go for finding all these 5 values. So first one, fx equal to, by taking the partial derivative with respect to x. So 3x square, this becomes 0, minus 3, or the other two terms are become 0. Next one, fy equal to, what is fy? Same like that, derivative of f, partial derivative of f with respect to y. So 3y square minus 12, not 12y, isn't it? Minus 12. Okay, and then what is a? F double x. What is f double x? Taking derivative of fx once again with respect to partial with respect to x. Okay, so it becomes 6x. What is B? Fxy. What is Fxy? Fx with respect to y partially. That becomes 0. And what is C? Fwy. Fwy means 6y, isn't it? So Fy with respect to y once again. So 6y minus 0, isn't it? Next one. Right. So after find out all these 5 values, now I am going to equate these two to find the stationary values. Okay. To find stationary values. To find the stationary values. To find the stationary values, equate fx equal to 0 and fy equal to 0. What is fx? 3x square minus 3. So 3x square minus 3 equal to 0. Same like that, 3y square minus 12 equal to 0. Right? So divided by 3. So x square minus 1 equal to 0. This implies x square is equal to 1. X equal to plus or minus 1. Similarly, y square by divided by 3. Y square minus 4 equal to 0. From that y equal to plus or minus 2. Right? So taking plus 1 and coordinate with plus 2 and minus 2. Therefore the stationary points are first I am going to take plus 1 at x and then plus 2 for y. Same like that, keeping plus 1 for x and taking minus 2. Ys minus 2. And then taking x equal to minus 1 coordinate with minus. These two values of y, minus 1 with 2 and minus 1 with minus 2. So these 4 points are stationary points. Okay, so f, the function f takes either maximum or minimum among any one of these 4 points. Okay, right? Now let us go to find the values of AC minus value of AC minus B square and A among these 4 points. Okay, right? So what is the first point? 1 comma 2, and the second point is 1 comma minus 2. The third point is minus 1 comma 2. The fourth one point is minus 1 comma minus 2. So what is A? What is A? 6x. What is B? Already it is 0. What is C? 6y. So after find out A, B, C, we go for finding AC minus B square equal to, right? So, right. Now, I am going to find out the value of A at these 4 points. So what is the value of A? 6x. So it is only x is here. So this is the value of x, isn't it? So substitute it here. 6 into 1, 6. 6 into 1, 6. 6 into minus 1, minus 6. 6 into minus 1, minus 6. So these are all the value of A at the point. Okay. What is B? 0. The value of B is 0 to entire points. Okay. What is the value of C? 6 into y. So what is the value of y at this point? 2. So 6 into 2, it is 12. 6 into minus 2, it is minus 12. Okay. 6 into 2, it is 12. And 6 into minus 2, it is minus 2. Okay. Right. What is AC minus B square? Taking the product between these two. 6 into 12 minus 0 square, isn't it? A, C minus B square. What is 6 into 12? 72 minus 0 square is 0. Right? So 72. So I write it directly. Right? So how can we find out AC minus B square? Taking the product between the, that gives AC minus square of this value. So 6 12s are 72 minus 0, 72. Here 6 into minus 2 minus 72 minus 0 square. Okay. Here also minus 72. Here minus into minus plus 72. Right? So look at that. The value of A square means B square is positive at this point, which is positive, which is negative. This is negative. This is positive. Right? So what can we say about the value of AC minus B square is negative? F is a saddle point. That means A comma B is a saddle point, isn't it? Neither takes minimum or maximum means A comma B is a saddle point. saddle point. Look at here, the value of AC minus B square is negative, that is less than 0. Therefore, A comma B is a saddle point. So 1 comma minus 2 is a saddle point. What do you mean by saddle point? F takes neither maximum nor minimum. Same like that, this point is also saddle point because of AC minus B square is negative. So this point is also saddle point. Right? Okay. Now look at that. These 2 points, at these 2 points, 1 comma 2 and minus 1 comma minus 2, AC minus B square is greater than 0. So at these 2 points, AC minus B square is greater than 0 at these 2 points. Okay. So if it is greater than 0, then we need to furtherly check the value of A, right? Whether it is positive or negative. Look at that. Here it is AC minus B square is positive. At the same time, what is value of A? 6. 6 is also positive. So both are positive means F of A comma B is minimum. That means this is the minimum point. This is called the minimum point. That means what? F of 1 comma 2 is minimum. F of 1 comma 2 is minimum. Minimum value. Okay. So F takes minimum value at the point 1 comma 2. Look at here. AC minus B square is positive, and also what is the value of A? A is negative, that is less than 0, which is less than 0, isn't it? So the AC minus B square is positive, A is less than 0. Therefore, F of A comma is the maximum point. So this is the maximum point. Maximum point. That means F of minus 1 comma minus 2 is maximum value. That's all. So among all these 4 stationary points, these 2 points are points of extremum. Extremum points. Okay. Right? That means what? F takes minimum, either minimum or maximum. So these 2 points are called extremum points. All the 4 points are called stationary points. Now I am going to find out the minimum value and maximum value. By substituting this point into the given function, we can get the corresponding minimum value or maximum value. That means extremum value. Right? Right. What is to find? What can you say about that? 1 comma 2 is a minimum point. So F minimum, F of minimum is equal to what? F of 1 comma 2. Substitute x equal to 1 and y equal to 2, get the minimum value. Right? So 1 cube plus 2 cube minus 3 into 1 minus 12 into 2 plus 20. Okay. So what is this value? 1 plus 8 minus 3 minus 24 plus 20. Isn't it? So what is this value? 1 plus 8, 9, 9 plus 20, 29, minus 27. So that is equal to 2. So minimum value of F is 2 attained at the point 1 comma 2. So F maximum. Maximum value of F is at the point minus 1 comma 2. Right? So minus 1 comma minus 2, sorry. Right? Substitute this point into here. So minus 1 cube plus minus 2 cube minus 3 into minus 1 minus 12 into minus 2 plus 20. What is this value? Minus 1 minus 8 plus 3 plus 24 plus 20. That is equal to minus 9 plus 44, 47. That is equal to what? 38. So maximum value of the function is 38. That is attained at the point minus 1 comma minus 2. So minus 1 comma minus 2 is the point of maximum. 1 comma 2 is the minimum point. These 2 points are called extremum points. That's all. So we find out the extremum values 2 and 38 through extremum points. Okay, that's all. Next one. Find the extremum value of the function x cube plus y cube minus 12x minus 12x minus 3y plus 20 equal to 0. Right? So, what's the same type of problem? The only difference is these two coefficients of x and y are interchanged. That's all. Proceed the same problem what I have done in the previous one. You can get the same answer. Okay. You have to do it yourself. Okay. Right. So maximum value you will get as the same 38 and also f maximum. You will get f maximum as 38 the same answer and f minimum as to at the point here 1 comma 2 you will get it. Okay. At minus 1 comma minus 2. That's all. Right. Proceed the same problem as usual what I have done in the previous problem. You can get this answer. Okay. Right. Do it yourself. Next problem. Find the maximum and minimum values of f of x comma y is equal to x square minus xy plus y square minus 2x plus y. Okay, how to find the maximum and minimum value? Right, extremum value is nothing but maximum and minimum value of the function, this one. Right, solution. Right, so go for finding as usual fx, fy, f double x that is a, f xy that is b, f double y that is c. Right, so I go for finding all that 5 values, x square minus xy plus y square minus 2x plus y, isn't it? So what is fx? 2x minus x becomes 1, 1 into y. Right? This becomes 0, this becomes minus 2. Is it right? This becomes 0. What is fy? This becomes 0, y becomes 1, minus x into 1, minus x into 1 plus 2y. This becomes 0, this becomes 1. So what? Minus x, I write it directly, okay? Minus x plus 2y plus 1. So minus x plus 2y plus 1. Okay, this is the value of fy. And then what is a? A is f double x. So take the partial derivative of fx with respect to x. So it is 2. What is b? Fx with respect to y partially. Fx with respect to y partially becomes 0, minus 1 and then 0. What is c? F double y. What is f double y? Fy with respect to y once again. So 0 and then plus 2. So 2 is here. Right? That's all. So to find stationary points. We equate fx equal to 0 and fy equal to 0. What is fx? 2x minus y minus 2 equal to 0. And what is fy? Minus x plus 2y plus 1 equal to 0. Right? Okay. We call it as equation number 1. We call this equation number 2. Solving 1 and 2, we can find the stationary points. There is only one point will exist. Okay. Right? How to solve x and 1? How to solve 1 and 2? By taking first equation as same, isn't it? 1 into 1 implies 2x minus y minus 2 equal to 0. And then second equation into 2. What you will get? So minus 2x plus 4y plus 2 equal to 0. Isn't it? Minus 2x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. And then okay, alright, correct one. Solve that. So we can strike out this one also, right? So minus y plus 4y means plus 3y equal to 0. So y equal to 0. Substitute y equal to 0 in any one of the two equations. Okay, substitute y equal to 0 in 1. What are the negative? So 2x, what is 1? This is 1. So 2x minus 0 minus 2 equal to 0. Isn't it? So 2x equal to 2, x equal to 1. Therefore, the stationary point is only one point exists. X is 1, y is 0. So now, this is the stationary point. Now, I am going to check whether this is the maximum point or minimum point. Okay, right? So what is A? What is A? 2. What is B? Minus 1. What is C? 2. What is the point? 1 comma 0. Right? So no variables involving in the value of A, B, C. All are constants. Okay. So by substituting this value, the value of A, B, C never change, isn't it? Right? So what is AC minus B square? What is AC minus B square? A into C. So 2 into 2 AC minus B square, isn't it? So what? So 4 minus 1 square means 1. So 3, which is greater than 0, isn't it? So value of AC minus B square is greater than 0, and also A is greater than 0, right? So what we conclude from that one? What we conclude from that one? At 1 comma 0, AC minus B square is greater than 0 and A is greater than 0, isn't it? Right? AC minus B square greater than 0 and A is greater than 0 at 1 comma 0. Therefore, what we conclude from that one? So AC minus B square greater than 0 and also A is greater than 0. So f of A comma B is minimum point. That means 1 comma 0 is a minimum point. Minimum point. Right? So minimum value. What is the minimum value? F minimum is equal to F at 1 comma 0. Right? That's all. So what is the value? So 1 square minus 1 into 0 plus 0 square minus 2 into 1 plus 0. That's all. So 1 minus 2, isn't it? Is it right one? So 1, this becomes 0, this becomes 0, this becomes minus 2 and 0. So minus 1. So minimum value of F is minus 1 at the point 1 comma 0. That's all. Very easiest one problem. Right?